morning. Good morning, dear friends. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me this morning. Please, if you can hear me, good morning, Frank. Frank, good morning. Can you hear me, please? Am I audible? Ozemena. Good morning, Frank, from India. Am I audible? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for joining me. And good morning from here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please like and share. Like and share. Very, very important. We have to do what we need to do. Chris, good morning. Thank you for joining me. Chris, were you at the fundraising last night? Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here to do the needful. We will continue to preach Biafra because that is our destination. Biafra is our destination. There is nothing anyone can do about it. The message of our freedom must certainly be preached. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Yeah, welcome this morning.
At this juncture, we will invite His Excellency, the Acting Prime Minister, Honorable Okechukwu Nkere, the Tokinadu APN of the Biafran people, to say hi to Biafrans before we go on. Over to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Honorable Minister of Information, without you, at this time, we don't know what we do. We'll talk about additional information. We salute our hero past, our heroes, and we remember our great leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, and our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, who called me this morning as well. We appreciate the Brgie cabinet, the reps and admin, and the de facto government in Homeland. I just want to give us some hope and resurrect everything that we believe in. Biafra is here if you truly believe. Everything that is happening now is way of cleaning the house.
Frank, I hope the voice is coming out.
Everything that is happening now is way of.
Is the voice coming out?
When Biafra is truly, restored, that is after we have regained our total sovereignty. Are we going to be law-abiding citizens? Are we going to hold our government accountable? Because in the zoo terrorist country called Nigeria, Nigerians don't have a say over their government. But we can see the way Biafra people have been displaying their data, their bylaw. Everyone starts quoting. It's funny, but I'm happy that it's happening. You see every Biafra quoting it, start quoting charter and bylaw. Go to our charter, go to our bylaw. Is that not amazing? Just think about it. In Biafra is going to be a law-abiding country. It's just the beginning. Those in Nigeria that still believe in Nigeria, when is the last time they quote the Nigerian law to their auditing legitimate governor, even the local government chairman? Say, go to Constitution 99 or go to your this or that. But can you imagine Biafra's quoting charter? Quoting by law. Our bylaw that is just less than 1 year old, and our charter is less than 3 years old. That tells you that Biafra is here. If you believe, hold your belief so strong. Everything that is happening to our own benefit and advantage. It's a way of setting records straight. I know I might take a little bit time, but I just have to use the opportunity to touch light on some certain things. I don't know what people derive from peddling evil or accommodating evil or hatred, envy, jealousy. I don't know why some people derive joy from them. If one of them derives from it. Now I start to wonder, and one of the reasons why they hate me so much, they just hate my success. They hate after everything, they are not able to pull me down. I'm stubborn. And if you're a freedom fighter, if you're not stubborn, just please support us, don't pioneer, you can. You have to be tough. It's peace, true strength. If you're a freedom fighter and you let one bully you, they slap you here, you turn the other side like time of Moses, you haven't started. It's just the beginning. Just imagine the president of the United States of America, when he invites how many countries from Africa. Do you think he want to negotiate deal with them just to profit the African people? No.
Frank Oja, I see you. Charles.
It's about American interest.
Sam, I see you as well.
It's about the strength of what you want. It's not just about the 5 countries from Africa to start with. It's about Biafra first. About strength of Biafra. If we show weakness,
Obi, good morning.
Every country will
Which of the Obi? Which Obi am I talking to, please?
Just the same way.
I hope not the European, former European rep.
Have been campaigning peace through their strength. Without the strength of America, every country in America will bully them. They use that strength to get what they want. They use that strength to negotiate their deals. It's so heartbreaking that after we have suspended some of our former colleagues and let them know they will be getting messages from us in a very short period of time, of which they did. And they cried to our PA already that we are about to sue them. We don't really want to sue anybody. We just want them to comply and do the right thing.
Thank you for joining. Thank you. Welcome.
Can never be destroyed. Brgie will bring USB. We can't be here doing the needful while we have some group somewhere else saying they are brigade that we don't know about. The next thing, they will damage the name Brgie. And I also want to use this medium to send message to those group again. They shouldn't go where they want to go. The God of Biafra, the God that created heaven and earth, everything that know that the genuine ones that are pioneering this great cause, they are just who they are, doing the right thing for people of Biafra. They cannot fight us. As long as we are genuine, our hands are clean. They need to make a U-turn. One of my good friends, right from our anniversary committee before the government was formed, the Muhammad, I used to respect him a lot. And I will use this opportunity to send this clear message here. Any funding they are getting, they are using it to fight against Biafra. There is this man called Chika. I don't think I have made this public before. Chika, Ada Diorama, the mad woman, have talked about Chika a lot. Chika worked with Ngozi Orabezi. Chika is being expelled from Brgie. Chika worked with Ngozi Orabezi. I have been in a meeting where Chika put me on phone for hours. Knowing everything happening in Ngozi, and he met so-called man. When I found out that it's not reliable, I cut it off. It's a double sword. It's an agent. It's a spy. I warned him. I said, man, leave Chika alone. Chika is a spy. It's a double agent. The man refused. My fellow citizens, do you know that Imam Madu is still working with this same Chika? Everything that Biafrans, they're going to corner from Biafrans, Imam will use this same money and send to Chika. Why Chika is working with Ngozi? They try to push me if I will bring Chika to join us. I said, not yet. Chika tried to push his men to join our BDF. I said, no, we have enough. We even have reserve. We just need what they need to do what they have to do. The same men that you see Ngozi parading with slippers, some will wear t-shirt. Is that how our BDF look? No. They are not our BDF. These are a bunch of people he just put together to deceive Biafrans, try to be relevant, spy on what we are doing. These are people Imam Madu decide to work with. Imam Madu, if you're listening, don't sabotage what we are doing. I warn you over 4 months ago, disease from Chika. Chika is a spy. Chika work with Ngozi. All those men you see Ngozi or Abelzi parading are Chika men. And the Madu communicate with Chika everything that is happening in Brgie. Today, whatever fundraising, the man was telling them there. I'm everywhere. I'm right there. I heard it. They have a project, what they need to do. It's not Brgie project. They are about to raise money for Chika. Chika use it to sponsor those that are not part of what we are doing. And you have these people that call themselves professor and all these people. I don't know why our people, because of envy, jealousy, because one is doing what they are not able to do.
Thank you, Chibike Emmanuel. Welcome.
They better destroy everything. It's heartbreaking. Please, my fellow Biafrans, this journey, we are close to our destination. It's not going to be easy. Please, I plead with everyone. This is the time Biafra need us more than ever. This is the time we have to do double shift, those that can. Let's do this as quick, as fast as possible. Sometimes I'm so happy when I see people that I thought they are who I look up to, seeing them that they just below the belt. They're not even up to people that we will take to war or to get our freedom. It's heartbreaking how they have tried to destroy my name, how they have tagged me criminal. In the United States of America, you can't be criminal and be working for you. You can't even be criminal and go to Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. proudly meeting all these high caliber. Do you know what it is to have a meeting with the Senator of the United States of America, a lawmaker? One senator vote can cause Third World War. One congressman vote can overturn everything. These people are powerful individually in their own capacity. You can't parade yourself in Washington if you're a criminal. And being a self-employer, employing people too. So the system and this great country that I'm proud of as well, they appreciate people like me because we make the economy boom and grow. Because we create jobs. If you are blessed and you are doing what is right, please keep doing it. And I will really assure you that Biafra is here. Your sacrifice is not in vain. Just keep doing what you are doing. And our Prime Minister sent his message to everyone. And those that are crying to him, they have not started crying yet. They just have to stop the evil they are doing. They need to stop using Brgie. They have been notified on what to do. I don't want them to go that road. And at the end, I know they will come after me. But I'm ready. We will defeat them as long as we are doing what is right. And this BRGIE can never be destroyed. That is why the action I took on July 1st, there's a reason to protect, to lock the unlockable, because they are coming in different ways. Thank you, fellow Biafrans, and greet all our senior citizens here. And please, if anyone who know Imam Madu and his group, they should stop funding Chika. Chika work with Ngozi Orabeze. I have been in a meeting, not one, not two, not three. My Chika will be in Ngozi camp in a meeting, and I'll be listening. I analyze this guy, thinking if he meant well, but I found that he's a saboteur. The Chika tried to contact our BDF and lie to them about Brgie again. How bad we are, how the Chika even work with Ngozi. So it's a double sword, it's an agent. Mama Dabo, to never be well with you, this route you have chosen to betray what we are doing. I warn you, leave Chika alone. Chika, I know that Ngozi camp will be shown on this revelation. I'm everywhere, just like our PM used to say. You see people from the mirror. Why these people are in their useless, what they do in their forests, I'm there. I'm seeing everything they do in there. UK that used to come with what before they able to come with 320. Money from Italy that make it seem like tell him the problem, he will solve it. Do you know how much Nani donates today? Nani or whatever Minister of Agriculture. You live in Italy, you only give 30 or 30 those that cannot do it, leave it for those that have sacrificed, that have dig their hand in their pocket to do the needful.
Yeah. Later, not now.
What is your 30 going to do? Please, thank you, our fellow Biafrans. Send this message to Imam Madu. to desist from sabotaging that project that is going to scam Biafrans and use the money. Give to Chika. Chika still work with Ngozi. It's a double agent. They are not part of our BDF. A man, I thought at your age, I warn you. The same man that was expelled from Brgie, and you decide to work with him. They might have deceived a lot of people with chicken and fake DDF that they have used to scam us. Thank you.
Thank you.
By next week, our BDF will address this Emma and the group madness, because that have to stop. And shame to all of them that are putting money there for chicken to use it to sabotage what we are doing. And the Ngozi people will be sure that most of their so-called meeting, I don't even see them from the mirror. I'm there. They don't understand. They won't.
There we go.
I'm here. Still getting one.
Alright, so let's see. Let's see. Yes,
and I want to tell us the important.
Thank you. Good morning. Welcome once again. That was the briefing of our acting Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere in last night's town hall meeting. All of you that are listening to it very attentively, there are some revelations that was made. There are some revelations that was made in that broadcast. I want you to know that a lot of things are happening in this freedom that we are fighting. But we are going to come out victorious as always. Let's hear the music. For those who did not go to church. Celestine, I want to address you later, so I want you to remain here. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, my wonderful Biafrans all over the world. I want to play you this one more song so that we take it out from there. You know, today is Sunday for Christians, you know. If you are a Judaist, you can as well enjoy the song. And I will bring the Nkendo Menana. Monday, Asas, I see you from Milano. You are welcome. To Dixon, you are watching from France. You are welcome. Nobody is watching from the land of our ancestors. From Biafra land. Ekos, good morning from here. Wow, Emmanuel Obonna, you are watching from the land of our ancestors. You are welcome, the land of the rising sun, the land of Chukwu Abiyama himself. I welcome you, my brother. Yes, good morning once again. I want to welcome each and every one of you this morning for joining me for this wonderful broadcast this morning. First of all, we have to appreciate the creator of heaven and earth, Okike, for keeping us alive, making it possible that we see a day like this. We really appreciate God because it's not everybody that slept last night saw today. For the grace God gave to you to see today, you have to appreciate him for that. So we appreciate Okike from giving us this grace to witness yet another day, a day like this. Having said that, I also appreciate every one of you who have joined me this morning and who will join later, and those who will listen to this broadcast later. I also appreciate every one of you. Please, I want to appeal to you to like and share. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, this channel, please do so as well, so that anytime we come online, you can get notification. This is very, very important because this channel is dedicated towards preaching the truth, letting our people understand what our government are doing. Okay, make our people, understand what the government policies are. As time goes on, we will be bringing out the programs that are outlined for this channel, so that our people will be educated. Since we came out from that part of the world, from that contraption called Nigeria, a lot of things have gone wrong. Most of us don't reason reasonably. Okay, people reason through their anus. People now consider things that are normal not to be normal, and consider things that are abnormal to be normal. A situation whereby you don't know the laws of your country, you don't know when you have disobeyed the law, you don't know that when you disobey the law, that the law will come upon you. You don't know that in some cases you will be held accountable. And let me tell you, the reason why Nigeria is in chaos is because nobody is being held accountable for criminal activities. That is why Nigeria is a lawless state. That is why people think that what is happening in Nigeria is normal. No, it's not. And that is why we are building a very important nation. a nation under truth, a nation that will obey the rule of law, a nation that will be built on equity and love, a nation that is built on justice. That is the Biafra that we are building. And that is the reason why each and every one of us must subscribe to what our government is doing. There is no decision that this government have taken. There is no decision that acting Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere has taken that it is outside the charter or the bylaw. And that is the more reason why everybody should embrace it. Very, very important. Those who have failed out of this government failed out because they brought in Nigerian mindset into what we are doing, into the government. And there is no way you want to build a truthful nation. You want to build a disciplined nation. You want to build a nation filled with justice and equity, and you don't rule by the law. You don't go by the charter. It is quite unfortunate. And let me tell my listeners this morning that the Biafran government also have a constitution, but constitution will only be applicable when we are a sovereign nation, when we are in Biafra land. That will be the time that we can apply our constitution. As at now that the government is on the forming stage, as now that we are still on the recognition stage, seeking recognition, the fundamentals, the foundational document of our government is the charter and the bylaws. The bylaws will guide the cabinet members, while the charter will guide the actions and activities of our government in relation to the outside world. So that is actually what is applicable at this time. So if you hear anybody telling you about the constitution, oh, you have to apply the constitution, know you that that person does not actually understand what he or she is talking about. Because constitution can only be applied where you are a sovereign nation, where you are free, you can control your territory, you can govern yourselves. Okay? That is only where you have built institutions. That is then the constitution can be applied. Okay? But right now, it is the charter that it is the guiding principle of our government. It is the stone on which BRGIE stands, the rock of BRGIE. So I just want to put that out. So having said that, once again, I welcome you. And I want to also use this opportunity to appreciate Biafrans who turned out yesterday in the fundraising. For those of you who participated in the fundraising, I really appreciate every one of you. Thank you for coming out, to support the Biafran Defense Forces. It is our responsibility. It is what we need to do. We have to support our government. We have to support those who are defending our land, those who are protecting our women and our children. We have to continue to support them because they are the reason why our land is still very much safe. They are the reason why the terrorists cannot overrun our land or our territory. They are the reason why our mothers, our fathers can go to the farm. They are the reason why there is no IDP camps. So these men and women have vowed, taking up that responsibility to defend the land of our ancestors. To defend the land of our ancestors. So we must certainly support them by funding the BDF. Very, very important. So having said that, thank you this morning once again. I also, if you listened to the broadcast of our, or to the briefings of our acting Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere, there are some revelations that he made. Sorry. There are some revelations that he made this morning and last night anyway. It is very, very appalling and heartbreaking that a lot of the cabinet members who were here with our prime minister are actually now turning out to be moles in our government. They are now fighting against our government, a government that they stood with when the prime minister was here, a government that they were proud of, a government that they vowed to contribute positively towards the advancement of our cause. It is quite unfortunate that this time around, most of them have turned around to attack the government or to attack the institution that, guides the Biafran people. That government that fights for our people, that is recognized all over the world to be in charge of Biafran freedom. Some cabinet members have just turned around and be fighting this government, which is very, very sad. If you watch what happened in 2024, a lot of cabinet members, disappointed the government. When Ngozi betrayed, a lot of cabinet members followed Ngozi to their betrayal. Okay? And a lot of things happened. We thought that that would be the end. And this year, 2025, a lot of other cabinet members now joined hands, try to destroy the government or destroy the acting prime minister, Ogechukwu Nkere. It is very, very unfortunate. But when the prime minister was here, they were very much loyal. In other words, that they were paying lip services to the prime minister. Or do I say it was an eye service? They present themselves to be actually fighting for Biafra when the prime minister was here. But now that the prime minister is not here, their true color have eventually surfaced, and it's really heartbreaking. So, in one of the in one of the statements that our acting prime minister said, he made us to understand that he's a man. There is an individual that is actually working with Ngozi Orabueze, and his name is Chika. He made us to understand that this Chika is working with the Nigerian government and as well working with Ngozi Orabueze. And that was the reason why each and every one of us attacked Ngozi in 2024 up to this moment. Okay, now that same individual has been seen working with this same Imam Madabu, the CRC chairman. They have been suspended. So if you now connect the dots, if every one of us should connect the dots, you will now understand that the reason why these people were attacking the acting prime minister was because of Ngozi Orabueze. That is the reason why they were attacking our acting prime minister. Because Ngozi Orabueze is actually working against our government. So therefore, it means that all these people also have an alliance with Ngozi Orabueze, and they are trying to, to work with her in order to give her a soft landing. Lekan, thank you so much. We saw your donation to the government yesterday. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Lekan is from the Oduduwa Nation, and Lekan contributed towards our fundraising yesterday, and it was amazing. Thank you for your support, my brother. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. So it's quite unfortunate that a lot of people see what is actually playing out and decided to sabotage our government. Imam Madab, who is the CRC chairman, that was the prime minister, gave that responsibility. The government was looking up to Imam Madab, to be able to, bring the government in terms of conflict resolution, to make sure that there is no conflict in the government. This is the scope of work of Imam Madab. That was his area that he should have specialized and make sure that there were no loopholes in the government that would lead to misunderstanding, to quarrels and disagreements and all the rest of them. But unfortunately, these people now came out. They have come out wholeheartedly, and they are telling the government that yes, they are part of Ngozi. If you can work with somebody who is working with Ngozi in order to destroy our government, it tells a lot about who you are as well, and the reason why you are fighting the government. So Imam Madabo and all the rest of them, our acting prime minister has spoken. The same way Ngozi was, warned and advised, our acting prime minister have also come and warned and advised you people to desist from what you are planning to do or what you are doing against our government. That is the best advice he can give to you, because we want you to understand that the era of sabotage have come and gone. The era of sabotage have come and gone. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was sabotaged, Wazirike was sabotaged, Ojukwu was sabotaged, and all these saboteurs, they never paid a price. Although most of them during the 1967 to 1970, most of them in one way or the other were penalized for their activities against the government. But the era of Wazirike and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, those who sabotaged these two individuals, our great leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not pay any price. They are still working very freely all around the places, no litigation against them. And this is what the government have decided that this time around, they are not going to be tolerated. Sabotage will no longer be tolerated because we now have our attorney, we now have our legal team. We now have our legal team. Chinedu. We now have our legal team, and this legal team will not be here while you, as a Biafran, are fighting to destroy what we are doing. It is not going to happen. So 1 minute, please. 1 minute, I'll be here. So we cannot allow anybody to sabotage at this time and go scot-free. It's not going to happen. So that is why the government have given warnings to all these people, all these individuals who should have known better, that this government have gotten to a stage that we no longer condone sabotage. If you sabotage this government, you are going to pay dearly for that. The acting prime minister have said it categorically clear and also have sent out a memo to that effect. So yesterday he made us to understand that such memos and the information of the legal team, the attorney will respond to most of them, who have decided to sabotage this government at this time. So I believe the legal team have been able to respond to them. That response is to warn them of the impending doom that will befall them if they refuse to go back to their closet and shut their mouth up. If they refuse to desist from using the logo of our government, if they refuse to desist from making donations or having donations, defrauding Biafrans of their hard-earned money, that the legal team will eventually take them to court. So it is a very good advice, because to be forearmed, it will be warned, it will be forearmed. That is very, very important. So I want to appreciate our government for that, and the acting prime minister for doing the needful. So having said that, I want you to understand that if you are working with all these individuals that I mentioned, the latest coup plotters, you are actually working against our government. You are actually working against Biafran freedom. And Biafran people will certainly not take it lightly with any of them. Very, very important. But this morning, the reason why I came this morning is as the topic you saw in the topic. You see, the Biafran Republic government in exile that is headed by the Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, that is now the office is being acted upon by His Excellency Honorable Ogechukwu Nkere. We have only one media platform, only one media team. The Biafran Republic government in exile media team is headed, or media channel, or media platform, or media team, that is the real world, is headed by Honorable Sonny Akparawa, Obong Sonny Akparawa, or Mazi Sonny Akparawa. He is the information minister of this government. And he has his team. He has his team of media personnel that he's working with. Okay? Any information that is not coming from the handle of the information minister, I want you to know that it is null and void. Any information that is not coming from the media personnel who are on spaces, on government spaces, or their handles on Twitter or TikTok or X and all the rest of them, YouTube, I want you to know that that information is not verifiable and it is not authentic. The only recognized media platform is headed, or media team is headed by Sonny Akparawa. The reason why I said this is because yesterday I stumbled into a video that was made by Madam Van Van Vam. In that video, Madam Van Van Vam said that he himself, Adando Ocho, Remy Juice, and Biafra Disunite, that all of them are the Brgie media team. I want you to discard that information. I want you to throw it to the dustbin of history. In that video as well, you had Van 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 was apologizing to Biafra Disunite for carrying out false information against him. Now, that will make you to understand, to question the authenticity, to question the verifiable information that Ralph Ajere continued to dish out in the social media. Unverified information. That is to tell you much about the propaganda that Ralph Ajere is promoting on social media, either against our government and against our acting Prime Minister, Ogechukwu Nkere. In that video, Ralph Ajere was telling Biafra Unite that, oh, he came onto the social media and he was just, he was saying things against him that he didn't verify. The same way that Ralph Ajere is talking to Biafra Unite with information that are not verified, it is the same way Ralph Ajere is accusing the government. Is accusing the government of informations that are not verified. This I want us to understand. It is very important that people understand where this man is coming from. Any information that is coming from the handle of Ralph Ajere, I want you to know that those information are false. Don't take it for heart. Don't take it to your heart because they are not verifiable. Okay? Yes, and they are not part of the Biafran Republic government in exile media. They are, as a matter of fact, as I speak to you now, the government have warned all these individuals who are using the logo of the government to make broadcast to desist from doing that. The reason why these warnings are coming is for you, those of you who know them, those of you who are friends to them, those of you who are colleagues to them, those of you who are supporting them in their various platforms, is to go and inform them or go and tell them that they should desist from using the items of BRGIE. This is how Ngozi Orabueze was warned. This is how the government warned Ngozi Orabueze. This is the same how the attorney wrote to Ngozi Orabueze. The same way the attorney wrote to Ngozi Orabueze is the same way they have been advising all these people in the media of Ngozi, in the media of Imam Madabu, to desist from using the logo of our government in making their broadcast. So if you know these guys, if you know these individuals, go and let them understand that the government are giving them the last warning. Otherwise, when they will follow it up with litigation, nobody should be blaming the government for taking Biafrans to court. Because the area, the stage that we are now is not a stage whereby we are now going to condone every evil that is happening in this government. No, we are not going to condemn it. Anybody that have brought out him or herself to fight against our government, that person we contend, we have the government to contend with. That person we have the government to contend with. This is a very serious warning. The era, like our acting prime minister said, the era of sabotage have passed. The era of sabotage have passed. Nobody is going to sabotage this government and go scot-free. Very, very important. I want us to understand that. So Remi Juice, Adadi Oramma, Adandu Ocho, and Biafra Unite, we are the instrument that Imam Madabu was using to promote the agenda of Ngozi on social media. Remi Juice and Adadi Oramma, we are the mouthpiece. We are the mouthpiece of Imam Madabu and Ngozi Orambueze. That was why they came on social media and they were lambasting our government, even castigating the Biafran Defense Forces, that they are criminals, that they are kidnappers, that they are not doing anything. Remi Juice. It is now we now understand. It is now we now understand what was happening in this government. We were never aware. We were never privy to what is happening. But now we can be able to connect the dots. We can now connect the dots, and we now know that Imam Madrabu, after they might have had cabinet meetings, all the decision that was made in the cabinet meetings, they will now relay it to Adando Ocho, relay it to Biafra Unite, relay it to Remi Juice, and all these individuals will now use it to be making broadcasts on social media, castigating our government, castigating the Biafran Defense Forces, now fighting against our own lobbyists. I'm fighting against the acting prime minister, Ogechukwu Nkere. And you ask yourself, what is the crime of Ogechukwu Nkere? What is the crime of Ogechukwu Nkere? The crime of Ogechukwu Nkere is standing very strong for our government. That is the crime. The crime of Ogechukwu Nkere is abiding by the charter and abiding by the bylaws. That is his crime. The crime of Ogechukwu Nkere is not allowing all these people to get the knowledge or get information from our defense line and as well as our finance. That is the only crime Ogechukwu Nkere committed. The crime Ogechukwu Nkere committed was not allowing these people to get confidential information that was only made for the prime minister. Confidential information that was only meant for the prime minister. These are the informations that these people wanted Ogechukwu Nkere to relate to them. As a matter of fact, they want to be added into the groups of the defense force in the homeland. And you know, when the prime minister was here, even when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was here with us, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was against anybody in diaspora calling the men on the ground, calling the Biafran Defense Forces, because that is a distraction. It is a very big distraction, and it leads to sabotage. The reason why, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, a lot of defenders, a lot of forces, a lot of Eastern Security Network commander died because their information were already with men, Chinas and Woru, and all of them who are in diaspora. They have access to their locations. So when they betrayed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that access was blown. That secrecy was blown. And the Nigerian government now was capturing, killing, arresting and incarcerating all these Eastern Security Network commanders. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu warned against this seriously. Even when our prime minister came, he also warned against anybody having a contact with men that are defending our land, the Biafran Defense Forces. He warned seriously against it. So why is it now, in 2024, The reason Ngozi opted out of this government and went and opened a corporation was because of finance and was because of defense. What is in that defense and finance that these people are looking for? What is in that? When Rafa Jaire, this Madam Vam Vam Vam, when he came to our Olu State meeting, their primary concern, the reason why they are fighting Ogechukwu Nkere is because of account, because of finance and defense. Why are these people always going to the defense? You will ask yourself, why are they focusing on the defense and account? The reason being that that is actually what Musa wanted them to do. That is actually what Musa wanted them to do. He wanted them to focus on the account, wanted them to focus on the defense of our land so that they can be able to get access and know how they can sabotage these men and women who are defending our land. Biafrans, I want you to understand that the reason, there is no other reason why these men are fighting Ogechukwu Nkere. There is no other reason why these women are fighting Ogechukwu Nkere. The only reason being that they are working with Ngozi Onabueze. And Ngozi Onabueze have asked them, instructed them to make sure that they destroy whatever our government is doing, to make sure that our people are free, to destroy it. That is what they are doing. And I want all of you to just think about it. How can you allow the people who are trying to destroy you, how can you allow them access into your homeland defense? It's not going to happen. So, dear friends, we are not going to allow that to happen. And that is why the acting prime minister is working assiduously to make sure that our defense line is protected. So, while I entertain you with this voice, 1 minute. Thank you. Tutus, what are you saying? Okay, I look cute today. Thank you so much. I'm trying to, the lightning was not all that clear all this while, but I'm trying to put things in order so that it will be better, you understand? So, yeah. So thank you so much. So as I was saying, how can you give access? How can you give access to people who want to destroy your country, who want to destroy the finance and the defense of your land? This is what the Nigerian government commissioned them to do. They are so much focused on our account. They are so much focused on our defense. And it is very, very impossible. The acting prime minister cannot allow them to do that. Cannot allow them to do that. So, and this is the best thing that our government will do at this particular time. Anybody, any individual that comes out to sabotage this government at this time, we have to pay a very big price for that. And I want to, applaud our acting prime minister Ogechukwu Nkere for that wonderful statement, because that statement will form a deterrent to anybody that is still remaining in the government, anybody that will be nursing sabotage tomorrow. That action, that statement will form a deterrent for such individuals, because we are not going to tolerate, going forward, any type of sabotage at all. We are not going to tolerate that. So in this Chiamaka's Madam Van Van's broadcast that yesterday, he was telling Biafra unite or disunite, that they are the media of Biafran Republic government in exile. I want each and every one of us to understand that the only media that is recognized, the only media that is known under the Biafran Republic government in exile is that is headed by Sonny Akparawa, the information minister. Every other person that is not under that media is impersonating the media team. So Rafa Jere is no longer part of the media. Remy Juice is not part of the media in the first place. Biafra Disunite have already sold his platform. Everybody remember when he auctioned his platform to a Nigerian agent, and he's now the one, he is the one operating that channel, but he has already sold it to the Nigerian agent. Adando Ocho is also not part of the big media. So any information coming from them, they are all independent medias, according to them. They are not speaking for Biafran government. They are not speaking for the government at all. They are not speaking for the Biafran people. And I want you to understand that these people are content creators as well. So going forward, any information coming from their channel, first of all, I want you to vet it. When you vet it, you will know that the reason why they are, the reason why they are always coming out with propaganda is for them to get views in their channels. Yes, of course, it's for them to get views in their channel. So don't expect information that will be palatable to your ear from their channels. Don't expect that. You can only expect those information that will be against the acting prime minister, against our government. That is the kind of information that will be coming from there, because they want to get as many views as possible in order to make their monthly money. Very, very important. And having said this as well, I want us to know that this government that Ogechukwu Nkere is in charge is doing the right thing. You see, what helps a government to function effectively is obedient to its laws and making sure that the laws are applicable to everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. Okay? The reason why Nigeria is not functioning, because if you want to give an example of an estate that is not functional, you have to use Nigeria. Because Nigeria can never function, not today, not tomorrow. So we use it to give instances, to give example of a failed nation or a failed country or a failed state. The reason why Nigeria is not functioning non-functional, and will never function is because they do not obey their laws. They do not obey the laws that they say is their law that guides them as a people. Even when they are applying that law to those who have broken the law, there are selective application of that law to individuals who have broken the law. You find out that when a Fulani man breaks the law does not apply to him. There is no penalty for it. He is not held responsible for it. When a Yoruba man breaks the law as well, there are limitations. There are limitations to the application of the law to that Yoruba man. But when a Biafran person breaks the law, the full weight of the law will be used against him. The full weight of the law will be used against him. And this is what have destroyed the psyche of the Nigerian people and the Nigerian government. And we will not allow that to happen in this government. That is why we really appreciate Ogechukwu Nkere for what he is doing and what he has done to make sure that this government is moving on a very good light to the betterment of the Biafran people. So, having said that, I want to appreciate every one of you who joined me this morning. The bottom line is that Rafa Ajaire, Chiamaka Ajaire, Remy Juice, Biafra Unite, Adadi Oramjo, all these people are not part of the Brgie media. They are not part of the Brgie media. Any information coming from their channels is null and void. Any information coming from their channel, please, any information coming through their channel, don't regard it as information that is coming from the government. These informations that is coming from them cannot be trusted, cannot be relied upon. I want everybody to know that. So when you are going to their channels or to their platform to listen, you are on your own. You are on your own. Okay? Any information you are getting from there, you have to vet it yourself. You cannot act upon it because that is not what the government tell them to say. The only information that comes through from the government platform comes through the information minister, Mazi Soni Akparawa, or the media team, which are always on spaces. Okay? And in that spaces, if you have any question at all, if there are things that you don't really understand, you want to know what the government is doing, what the government have done, okay? You come there and ask questions because most people are really ignorant of what is happening, and that is why they make mistakes. Onye ajụjụ arakwana ha efu ụzọ. Asị ajụruo akọruo. Okay? When you ask, if you don't ask, how will you know? So when you ask, you will see Biafrans, you see cabinet members, ministers who will respond to your questions. And that is why we are asking you, when you join, ask questions. Okay? The information department is headed by Soni Akparawa. No other person. Rafa Ajaire have been expelled from Biafran Republic government in Ezra. Even university, bright or side, the man they call university, they have been expelled. So if you see them, another information I want to give you, Biafrans. Yesterday, the acting prime minister also instructed Biafrans to look out for those who will be using the logo of the BRGIE to make broadcast. If you see them, just take a screenshot. Take a screenshot of those persons or those videos or those broadcasts that they are making and send it to the Biafran Republic government. They are going to make use of it, because if you don't deal with our people decisively, they will not respect themselves. You know, we are filled with this pomposity. this Emakwandaibụ attitude. This, who I am, who I know, I am this, I am that. That is what have destroyed a lot of our people. Instead of them to go back to their closets and hide themselves, then they will be raising shoulders. You know who I am. At the end of the day, they are absolutely nothing. So the government of Biafra have instructed Biafrans to look out for all these individuals who are using their logo to make broadcast. You take a screenshot, send it to the government. The government will eventually make use of it. Very, very important. For those of you who have a network on their phones and you have data, you are free to write any junk that you write. It doesn't change the fact that Information Minister Sonny Akbarawa is the head of the Biafra media. It doesn't change the fact that Ogechukwu Nkere is the acting prime minister of this government. It doesn't change the fact that BRGIE is the government that is responsible for the freedom of the Biafran people. It doesn't change the fact as well that Elias is the lobbyist of BRGIE. It does not also change the fact that Amanda Berry is the attorney of BRGIE. That is what you people refuse to understand and listen to. Yes, thank you so much, Cecilia, for that statement of yours. Biafra Disunite is somebody is a faceless individual. Nobody knows him. Biafra Disunite is somebody that can only come out when the prime minister is here. And let me use this opportunity to make this statement. You see, when Ngozi, since 2024, if you look at in the social media, you see that a lot of people are hiding. A lot of people are not making statements. A lot of people are not saying anything. As a matter of fact, they have had a go mini. They have gone into oblivion. But once the prime minister comes out now, you see the praise singers, all of them will jump out. I want you to know that anybody, any media personnel, any individual that has a S handle or Facebook or TikTok or Instagram or Twitter or YouTube, and at this time, at this critical moment of our recognition, you don't see that person supporting the government. You don't see that person sharing information about BRGIE. But when the prime minister eventually come out, or when Mazina and the Kanu come out, all these people jumps out and start singing praises. Be wary of such individuals. I am telling you, be wary of such individuals. Most of our colleagues on X, on the media, most of them are hiding. These people are secretly supporting Ngozi Orabueze. They are secretly supporting Ngozi Orabueze. And it's quite unfortunate that even when you followed Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko in the media, and you know what the government is doing, and you know that we are in a stage that this government is actually doing the best, following the template that the Prime Minister put in place for Biafra to be restored, you actually know that this government is working towards that effect. You are not supporting, you are not sharing, you are not even donating for this government. And when the Prime Minister comes out, these individuals will now jump out. My brothers, these individuals cannot be relied upon. These individuals cannot be trusted with anything, with any position, with anything at all when it comes to Biafran restoration, because this is the time that every Biafran, every truthful Biafran is expected to come and speak, to come and support the freedom of their people. Imagine a scenario whereby there is no Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko. Imagine a scenario whereby Ogechukwu Nkere, if actually Ogechukwu Nkere is betraying the government. Imagine a scenario where Ogechukwu Nkere, who they said has betrayed, is a mole, is a Nigerian agent, now hands over the security of the Biafran Defense Forces into the hands of the Nigerian government, what do you think will happen? Will you still be here speaking? You will not. Will any of you that is calling Ogechukwu Nkere all manner of name be speaking? You will not be speaking. But because of the hatred, envy, and jealousy that you have against him, all of you are writing junk against the man that at this moment is doing exceptionally well. Most of you that are calling him criminals, do you have any evidence? Rafa Jaire said he's going to expose Ogechukwu Nkere. We are waiting for evidence till today. No evidence. University or Bright or Sai, we are still waiting for evidence. Since those who work with Ngozi, Christopher, and all the rest of them, they also said they have evidence against Ogechukwu Nkere. Up to this moment that we are talking, none of them have made any evidence available to the Biafran people. This is to tell you and prove to you that all these people are liars from the pit of hell. All these people are liars from the pit of hell. And let me tell you, when you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told you, he told us, when you are doing something and your enemy is not criticizing you or fighting you, I want you to know that you are doing absolutely nothing. That what you are doing is not yielding results. That is what our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. But when you are doing something and the enemies are fighting you, they are criticizing you, they are calling you all manner of names, they are attacking you, they are trying to bring you down. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say, continue. In fact, increase that thing that you are doing because you are doing the right thing. That is what is playing out at this time. They are calling our acting prime minister all manner of names. They say he has criminal record. How can somebody who has a criminal record will now meet with senators in American Congress? Does it make any sense to you? How can somebody who have a case to answer, how can somebody who you say he's a criminal, he's a this, he's that, the same person can now walk into the American State Department and he will have handshake, have discussions with people that matters in international politics? How does that make any sense at all? Whereas you are clean, you don't have any criminal record, you cannot go to where the person that had criminal record entered and came out. That is to tell you that you are a liar from the pit of hell. So it is very, very clear to the Biafran people now. Those Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said they were chosen before they were born to come and fight for freedom. This is the time you can know them. This is the time they are coming out. Anybody that is standing his ground against this sabotage against our government, I want you to respect that person very well. More importantly, our acting Prime Minister, Ogechukwu Nkere. The reason why Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister, picked him is very, very simple. He is trusted. He has been tested and he be trusted. He is reliable and truthful and consistent on what he promised to do with the Prime Minister. That is the reason why the Prime Minister chose him to take that position. Secondly, look at our Minister of Information, Sonny Akbarawa. Right from time immemorial, you cannot find him wanting. These are people who are contented with what they have. What can you use to bribe them? And let me tell you, it's not everybody that you can bribe. Sonny Akbarawa have lived up to the expectations. And that is why no matter what the enemy comes against him with, it is not going to succeed. Look at Minister Snow. All these people who are standing their ground to make sure that the template of our government, the government follows it to the letter. The government implements it to the letter. These people must be respected and a lot of accolades must be given to them. Not individuals who have come here to create content, not individuals who have come here to make money. A lot of the people that joined, it is beginning very clear. It is coming out clearer now that a lot of individuals, during the time that our Prime Minister was telling people to put their CV for certain positions in the government, a lot of individuals who rushed to tender their CVs were actually there. They were actually there as sabos. They were actually there as spies. They were actually sponsored by the Nigerian government to come into this government and spy on our government, and spy on the activities of the government, spy on the activities of the defense, spy on the activities of the BDF, the Biafran Defense Forces. Yes, those of them who came at the initial time and tendered their CVs, this actually what they have in mind for joining the government, because they come for a time like this when the Nigerian government will now use them against the government. But they didn't know, like our leader said, that this fight for freedom, it is not ours. It is Chukwu Okike Abiama that is in charge of this freedom. It's in charge of this recognition. It's in charge of this liberation that we are fighting. It is not man-made. And that is why no matter what mortals do, no matter what individuals do, no matter your actions and activities to bring this government down, you can never succeed. You can never succeed, because it is God's project. We are just instruments. Ogechukwu Nkere was selected as an instrument at this time. Mazi Soni Akparawa is also selected as an instrument of this time. The Biafran media personnel who are standing their ground consistently on the airspace, they were choosing for a time like this, so that when the evildoers in this government strike, the gatekeepers will always checkmate them. Yes, so that they never succeeded, or they never succeed in their actions, in their sabotage against our government. So I want us to look at that, look at things that are happening right now, and check how many people have fallen within a space of 1 year. Do I say yes? 2024 to this moment, how many people have fallen out from the government, and why did they fall out at this critical time? At this critical time of our freedom, that we are close. We have our attorney that can represent us legally anywhere in the world. We have our lobbyists that can take our message to any country of the world. We have them, these two individuals, these two firms. They are well known and well recognized. This is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was crying for. People who can be able to bring the situation, the issue of Biafra, to the State Department, to the American Congress, to the American people, to the world. We have these two law firms, this law firm and this attorney, this lobbying firm and attorney firm. We have them that are representing the government. Then at this time that they are doing their work diligently, creating this awareness that is needed for the world to know what is actually happening in Biafra land and the Biafran people. Why is it at this time that you find individuals coming to destroy, coming to sabotage the effort that these men have made, or the effort that they have made? Why do you see individuals who saw why do you see individuals who see the attorney, instead of seeing the attorney in a positive light, or seeing seeing our lobbyists in a positive light, they are now attacking our attorney. They are now attacking our lobbyists. Why? What has the attorney and the lobbyists do to such individuals? What? You don't have any contact with the attorney. You don't have any contact with the lobbyist. So why are you attacking him? What have Elias done to you? What has Elias done to you to derive the kind of insult that people like Rafa Jerry is speaking to him? What has Amanda Berry done to warrant the kind of insult that people like Rafa Jare are speaking on social media? Absolutely nothing. So if actually all these people who are fighting the attorney and the lobbies, if actually they are here for truly for our freedom, why would they now attack the attorney or the lobbyist? Why? If they are actually here for freedom of the Biafran people, why would they attack the attorney? Why would they attack the attorney or the lobbyist? This is to show you that they are not here for freedom. This is to tell you that they have an ulterior motive in this freedom that we are fighting. This is to prove to you that all these individuals, we are just here as face cover. They are here as face cover. They are not here with their heart to fight for the freedom of their people. No. They are not here to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or our prime minister succeeds. They are not here to make sure that our government succeeds. They are not here to help so that their people in the homeland are free. No. They see or they have seen the atrocities that is happening in their territory. They see the Fulani herdsmen killings. They see the harassment of the military and police, the security personnel in our land, in Biafran territory. They see all the intimidations and harassments that is happening in our land. They see how our people are being disappeared and kidnapped. They hear and see the cries of Biafrans in the homeland, not only in Biafra land, all over Nigeria. The atrocities of the Nigerian state against the population. All these people see it. And they see the effort our government is making in order to curtail all these excesses of these the terrorists in army uniform. Then why they see all these things as intimidation and harassment to our people, and they see the efforts that the government of Biafra have taken in order to make sure that all these things stop. Yet, instead of them to support the government, they are now attacking the government. They are now attacking the acting prime minister. They are now attacking the information department that is sending out information about these atrocities of the Nigerian government against our people. That is to show you and tell you and prove to you that all these people are all Nigerian agents. They are working with Ngozi Onabueze to destroy Brgie. They are working with Ngozi Onabueze, with the Nigerian government, to destroy our prime minister, to implicate our prime minister. But one thing that this government have done that is so commendable is putting, more importantly, individuals that have critical thinking, reasonable, trustworthy in some departments, in some ministries, in some key ministries in our government, in charge, giving these individuals in charge of this ministry. That is what the government of Biafra have done. That is really commendable. Really commendable. And I must appreciate them for doing that. I must appreciate the government for what they have done to make sure that they curtail the excesses of all these people who are promoting evil in our government. It is very important that you as a Biafra understand that the time that we are here now is very critical and very important. I want you to understand that. This time, our acting prime minister in his briefing yesterday made us to understand that Biafra is already here. And we can see it because ndị be anyị si na mgbe ọ na-ara ahụ ka ọ na-ebi. That time that is so difficult, that is the time it is coming to an end. We can see it, we can feel it. We know that this fight is coming to an end. And that is why the remnants of the chaffs are now crawling out one after the other. Eventually, all of them will come out. All of them will come out. And we can now be able to access the land of our ancestors. To access the land of our ancestors, and our people can now be free from the subjugation, from the slavery that we have found ourselves since time immemorial. We can now be happy to enjoy the land that Chukwu Okike Abiama has given to us. I want to appreciate every one of you that joined me this morning. Please continue to support this government. This is the time to even support the government more, because it is capital intensive. Defense is capital intensive. Even as I speak to you, Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Iran, all these people are looking for funds in order to prosecute wars that are going out in their various countries. Okay, so we, the Biafran people that don't have the minerals, we are not in charge of our mineral resources. It is the contribution that you make that is helping to keep our land safe. So please continue to do that. It will be well appreciated as usual. I want to appreciate every one of you who contributed last night, who contributed for the Biafran Defense Forces, who contributed to make sure that our land is protected. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please do more, because it is not yet over until it is over. After then, shall we all now rejoice in the land that Chukwu Okike Abiama gave to each and every one of us. I appreciate everyone who joined me this morning. And I want to also remind each and every one of you that the website, the old website, has been compromised. It's a no-go area now. Go and look out for the new website that was created by the government, the acting Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere, and make your donation through that avenue. Because the coup plotters took the website with them, so that Biafrans cannot pay money, where they will now use it to help Ngozi in her law case. And this is not the position of the Biafran government. This is not the position of the Prime Minister. This is not the position of the acting Prime Minister. The position of the acting Prime Minister is with the people of Biafra. Ngozi sabotaged our government. These coup plotters also sabotaged our government by taking out an account without the consent of the Prime Minister or the acting Prime Minister, that did not even work in accordance with our charter or our bylaws. And we are not going to tolerate that. So I want to appreciate every one of you who joined me this morning. Thank you so much. I want to appeal to you to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, because we will continue to bring information, truthful, authentic information, verifiable information to your doorstep anytime we come online. So this is the channel to be. As we continue to modify our channel, I will update you guys as we go. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you for joining me this morning. And I have to use this opportunity to appreciate our leader, Mazin Nandekano, Mazi Simon Ekwanjoko, and as well the acting Prime Minister, Ogechukwu Nkere, for what he's doing. And I appreciate the cabinet members who are supporting him and giving him a helping hand to make sure that his work is done. I also appreciate you, Biafrans, who are contributing for our freedom. Very, very important. You are all appreciated. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to replenish your pocket and support you in whatever you do to earn your living and support our freedom. Thank you so much. And more salute to the Biafran Defense Forces. The Biafran Defense Forces, I appreciate every one of you, those who are putting their lives on the line to make sure that our land is defended. I appreciate every one of you. Under the leadership of 3-star General Igwe Butuz, I appreciate every one of you that are defending our land and taking bullets for the Biafran nation. I also appreciate, more importantly, the Biafra wonderful media, the media personnel of the Biafran Republic government in exile. This is the only media that is under the command or the ministership of Honorable Sonny Akbarawa. Any other person that is talking about media on the space is babash, is lied from the pit of hell. Okay, so if you want any information about the media, about the government, join us on our spaces. Come and ask questions, comment, so that you can be able to get first-hand information that you need. Dear friends, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Please see you on the space as I'll be joining them later. Thank you for joining this wonderful submission this morning. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate every one of you. Ndewo no mo Chineke. I'm by from here, airborne to the Biafran Defense Forces.